Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? Hey, everybody, come on in, come on in, come on in. What's going on? It's your girl, Yoshi Mommy. If you don't know who I am a female artist from the DMV area. That's the DC, Maryland, and Virginia trifecta of beautifulness. That's the area that I am from. But I also humbly reside in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Welcome to SISTA TALK TV, brought to you here by Culture Vision TV with Twisted Nappy Music, MGMT. Thank you to my man T-Rex for giving me the opportunity to come through and just talk to you guys and be real, be raw, be authentic, be yourself, be myself. Just come through. You can grab yourself a mimosa. You obviously see I'm momming right now, because that's what we do every day as moms. So, the title of this podcast is going to be the Postpartum Podcast, and we're going to get into it, y'all. And I know, ladies, that we are trying our best to be strong, trying our best to be that I'm every woman, but sometimes we just go in that dark room to ourselves and we cry. And that's okay, but we need to know why we are crying. We need to know why we're crying. We need to know why we don't feel the connect to our babies, to our spouses, to ourselves after having I don't know. I'll try to get that together, but yeah, we're going to get into all of that. I have three main topics that I want to get into. I'm going to try to fix the microphone if I can. If now, I might have to switch out my buds, but let me see if I take it out. I'm not sure. Let me know if that helped. If me taking out the mic help. And it might not even be the mic that you might be hearing. You might be hearing the baby sucking on the pacifier. But you know what? It's real when it's raw. So let me know if you can still hear me. Let me know if the mic is cool. Because I'm going to go ahead and get into it. Again, it's brought to you today here on Culture Vision TV with Twisted Nappy Music, MGMT. Thank you again to my main man T-Rex for doing the thing. Okay, he said go back to the book. Okay, so 1 second, y'all. Want to thank any and everybody that comes through and views before or after the fact of the podcast, because it definitely means a lot to me, and I know it means a lot to Culture Vision TV as well. So the three main topics that I want to get into on my postpartum podcast here on SISTA TALK TV, I want to talk about what it is and how to recognize it. So, like, what is postpartum? Like, postpartum, what are you? Who called you? Who invited you? Who asked you to be here? Because I know I did. I know I didn't have that experience before with my first child, but this is, my second go round, and it's been a challenge for me, as I know that it probably has been for you out there, in this pandemic world, bringing in these pandemic babies. So topic number 2 that I want to hit on is going to be my experience and what I plan on doing to, deal with it, work through it, and become a better mother, a better lover, a better me, period. You know what I mean? And there comes a point in time sometimes that you feel, like you've lost yourself when it comes to being a mom and things of that nature. And we're just going to get into it and just get real raw. And last but not least, we didn't forget about you. Yes, it's SISTA TALK TV, but we didn't forget about the fellas. So we're going to talk about the men and how they experience postpartum depression. Do they? If they do, how can they recognize it in themselves? How can they see it? And also, how do they deal with the women in their lives who are dealing with PPD, as you see as well. So, let's just go ahead and get into it. I'm gonna go ahead and pour me up a mimosa. Again, brought to you by Culture Vision TV. This is the SISTA TALK podcast. I'm gonna go ahead and pour up. Remember, first topic: what is it, and how do I recognize it? So, I'm just gonna have a little bit of this brute, extra dry, cooks, little cheap. It's all good. So, I'm no expert when it comes to postpartum depression. However, having being a mother and having the experience of being a mother, you can definitely, I guess, kind of notice within yourself these different changes. I know also there is a lot of stigma in the African American community when it comes to our mental health and asking for help in that area. And I believe through Culture Vision TV, we're gonna bring more awareness to the situation. We're gonna bring more enlightenment to you guys, and also be able to, hear your feedback, listen to you, and you listen to us. We just want, have that type of relationship with you. So, um, postpartum depression, as defined by our best friend Google, is a mood disorder or depression that occurs in mothers after the birth of a baby. Usually, it's a short term disorder. Now, nobody can, I believe, put a specific time of when you should or should not experience the symptoms of postpartum depression, because you may feel as though once you've had your baby, you might have that connection. You might look at your baby and feel that love, but then you might get home and then you're like, wait, I don't feel the same way that I felt when I was in the hospital. And you need to know that that is okay, that there are, I believe the statistics are 1 in 5 now. 1 in 5 moms will experience some form of postpartum depression, especially going through the pandemic as we have been going through for these past 2, almost 3 years now. And we can go through a few of the symptoms, and I can definitely in our next topic go back and let you know what are the symptoms that I've experienced. Now, I can personally say that I have not been clinically diagnosed with postpartum depression. But as I said, if you become more in tune with yourself as a woman, as a mother, you know what is normal and what is not when it comes to you and your, feelings, your hormones, and things like that. And you already know that chemical imbalance happens as soon as you give birth. Those hormones, they definitely Oh, hey. I see a few people coming through. I wish I could see a little better. I can My eyeballs, y'all, they are not the greatest. Okay, I made this bigger. So hopefully once it pops up on the screen again, I'll see. So a few of the symptoms that are listed, let's just go ahead and go through them. So you have feelings of sadness or anxiety. Now that's you could be missing being pregnant, or you might be sad that the baby has been born. It's all of those things. So you have also sleeping a lot or sleeping too less. Now, we already know with having a baby that sleeping less is definitely going to happen. But are you sleeping less because of the baby, or are you sleeping less because your mind is going through so many different scenarios, good or bad, that you can't even get sleep? Sleeping a lot, um, that goes along with the sadness and feeling in that depressed mood, like, you just can't find the energy. Besides being a mother, besides taking care of the baby, you can't find the energy to be yourself at the end of the day. So eating less or eating too much. that good old sad eating. You need a little chip here, little piece of chocolate there. That stuff adds up. And I can personally say that I've definitely have gone to food as my as my thing, as my go-to. Unexplained aches or pains or illness. Again, anxiety, irritation, or anger for no reason. Sudden mood changes. Poor concentration. Difficulty remembering. Feelings of worthlessness, guilt, or hopelessness. Recurrent thoughts of death or suicide. Um, if you or your friends are experiencing thoughts of death or suicide, make sure y'all hit up the suicide hotline. We should have maybe put that down here somewhere, but please talk to somebody, you guys, if you are having those thoughts and experiences. Lack of pleasure in things that were once enjoyable is also one, and feelings of disconnect with the baby. So these are the symptoms that are, the main symptoms of postpartum depression that you can probably recognize on the surface. You could probably, your doctor can definitely go deeper into the cause of it, or, what it is that you can do to counteract the situation. Because again, sometimes it can just be a hormonal imbalance because of, you just having a baby, or it could be deeper. So here are some of the causes, because like I said, it could be deeper than just having a baby. So causes could be a combination of things: environmental, emotional, hormonal, and there are genetic factors. So yes, if you or your family has a history of women who go through or experience postpartum depression, there is a greater chance for you yourself to have those same experiences. So you might want to ask your mom, your grandma, whoever, have they experienced those things? And that's another, that also brings up the issue of how we don't talk, y'all. We don't talk enough. We do not talk enough when it comes to passing down information in our Black families. We again have this notion that I have to suck it up. I'm gonna have to, it is what it is. When everyone always wants to preach, it takes a village. It takes a village. But where's your village when you really need them? Second topic, we're gonna get into it after this, and I'm gonna let you know exactly, what that village does. So these causes, so you have one, the drop in the hormone levels after birth, lack of help/support to manage the newborn. Let's say that one more time for the people in the goddamn back. Lack of help and support to manage the newborn. And I believe that this here might be one of the main causes for postpartum depression, is just not having the help that you need. You're that single mom, you're that stay-at-home mom, even if you are that 9 to 5 mom, you need help. Every one of y'all, every one of us, we need help, we need support, we need that village. Complications during childbirth, family history of depression, stressful events during pregnancy, drug use disorder. So these are some of the causes of postpartum depression. And for me, I want to say, once I read this list and I went through it and I tried to compare it to myself and I compared it to my life, it really hit me, how deep this really is, how much it is really affecting me. And I was definitely one of those people who was like, man, that's not me. I'm not sad. I'm not depressed. I'm good. I'm here to tell you I'm not good, y'all. I am not good. I am doing exactly like everyone else. I am faking the funk and I am tired. And you don't want to get to the point where you feel tired. So you're taking out your frustrations on everyone. And I've gotten to the point where I'm pissed. I'm upset. And we'll definitely talk about it. So to recognize some of these symptoms is definitely step one when it comes to postpartum depression. You want to stop, for lack of a better word, stop bullshitting yourself. You know exactly what normal you feels like. And if you don't remember, that too is a problem. If you cannot remember how it feels just to be you, that's a problem that we need to get together and fix, y'all. So we're going to break these cycles. Say bye to the poosh. She sleep. I'm going to go ahead and slide her over here on the side and get back into it. So we're going to go ahead. Let me see. Do I need to take any type of break? Wink, wink. Let me know. Um, and I want to get into topic number 2 because I want to, share my experience, and I want to share what I feel like my solutions would be. So hopefully my experience um, will help somebody out there to, notice the symptoms within themselves and seek help. I see a few comments coming through. Want to say hey to Aisha. Yes, feeling burnt out, feeling overwhelmed, all of those things, y'all. And y'all feel it. And y'all, we just keep lying to ourselves like, oh, I'm good, I'm great, I'm fine, until your husband leave those socks on that floor and you like, what the fuck is your problem? You know what I mean? Something so small can set you off so fast, all because we don't want to be honest with one another. So like I said, pour up your mimosa, y'all. I'm going to take a sip, and we're going to get into that second topic, which is my experience and how I plan on, doing the work to get through it, to deal with it, be a better woman, be a better mother, be better at being myself. Again, it's Culture Vision TV, SISTA TALK TV, brought to you by Twisted Nappy Music, MGMT. And again, I thank you, T, for this opportunity. Let's go ahead and take a sip. If you're not a drinker, you're not a sipper, you can go ahead and light up too. We got all of that. We got all of that. So, my experience with postpartum depression. Again, I've not been clinically diagnosed with postpartum depression, but I know myself and who I feel I once was. And I'm definitely missing a few things. I miss me. I miss myself. I miss that happiness that I had. I miss that joy. And no, I personally don't feel any disconnect with my newest addition to my family. But I know plenty of people who do feel that disconnect. I have associates, friends who have children who are experiencing these things, and they feel like they could talk to me, and I feel like I can be an advocate for you all. So I am a mother of 3. I have 2 biological children. I have 1 stepchild, 1 boy, 2 girls. I had my first child when I was 19. I was a freshman in college at Norfolk State University. Behold the green and gold, period. Now, when I had my first child, I don't recall feeling any of these, feeling the way that I feel now with my second child, for the simple fact that if we go back to those symptoms or causes, lack of help and support. I had the help and support that I needed when I had my first child. I had my mom and my dad. I had my family. I was still, living with my parents. So I had that help and support. His dad lived in a different state. When he could help and support, he did help and support. I had it. I didn't have to worry about that. Now, in between my first child and this newest addition, baby Jordan, and so I had my first child in 2011. 2015, I experienced a spontaneous placenta abruption. I was 5 months pregnant with my second son, and I ended up going into labor. So he was alive, he was born 4 months early. He was alive for 10 days and he passed away after that, which definitely took a toll on me. Fast forward to 2019, I got pregnant again. Ectopic pregnancy, and ectopic pregnancy is something that a lot of us experience in the Black community as well. And I definitely would love to do some research on that and see like what is the cause. And I know the cause of mine, and it was my own fault. But ectopic pregnancy, I lost my left tube, had surgery, so now I only have one tube. 2022, here comes Jordan. From that one tube that was left, she's a miracle. But I had been through so much. Shout out to the Black House Diaries Inc. I have been through so much already that I couldn't truly experience this pregnancy like I wanted to, because I was always on edge. I was always like, well, what if this happened? Well, what if that happened? Well, what if she don't make it? I was already having that negativity from having those past experiences. So I think that also contributed to how I feel now. Once she was born, I felt that connect. I felt, that love and everything. I was still in Maryland at the time. I had her when I was in Maryland, so I kind of still had help, but it wasn't the help that I really wanted. Why? Because I was too prideful to really ask for help. Now, when people were saying, oh, I'll watch her then and I'll watch her here and I'll watch her there, I'm already in my mind like, well, I don't know if I could trust anybody with my daughter. I don't know. You start getting all of those thoughts, especially going through those traumas. I was just like, I can't leave her with anybody. I can't do that. Months and months go by, and baby, this one don't sleep through the night. She don't take long naps. She just likes being up, and it's taking a toll on me. So instead of me asking for those helps in those earlier months, those earlier weeks, I didn't. So now, like Aisha said, I'm burnt out and overwhelmed. And that all contributes to a little more of those symptoms, like poor concentrating, difficulty remembering, sudden mood changes. All of those things have contributed to that. And like I said, going through the list of symptoms and causes, I'm just like, wow, I'm really experiencing this. And I've known that I've been experiencing this for at least 3 months. My daughter is 6 months. She just turned 6 months this month. So for 3 months, I've known I'm experiencing this. Now, I'm trying to think. I know it definitely has to do with the lack of support, because I left Maryland. I came down here. My hubby is, he works long hours. He doesn't have the ability to help how he would want to or how I need him to. But that's going to trickle into our next topic about men and how they deal with us and how they deal with postpartum within themselves. What I plan on doing to help me deal, because I just learned that the word cope is a trigger. That's basically saying that you're not going to do anything to fix it. You're complacent with it. And we're not going to be complacent with this feeling. We're going to get back into ourselves. We're going to get back into that positive mindset so that we can spread that positivity and nurture our children with that positivity instead of feeding them our burnt out and overwhelmed bullshit. So the first thing that I want to do as far as becoming better, I would like to actually go to the doctor and get clinically diagnosed. I would either They'll tell me that, okay, it's too late for you to get, diagnosed with postpartum. Maybe you're just depressed. And I can deal with that, because I do also believe that we deal with a lot of depression as well, that we push to the back of our minds and things like that. Um, so step one for me is going to be to talk to a doctor and get clinically diagnosed. Again, y'all, it's SISTA TALK TV. It's the Postpartum Podcast. Shout out to Twisted Nappy Music, MGMT, and definitely is brought to you by Culture Vision TV. Make sure y'all go follow, like, share, all of those things. You know what to do. You scroll down your phone 24/7. You know all those things that your favorite YouTube people be telling you to do. Do them now. But yes, like I said, first step, talk to a doctor. And all of this goes hand in hand with the mental illness segment that we, previously had. If y'all want to go rewatch that with Culture Vision TV, we have to know. We have to know what's going on in here, so we can make what's going on in here match what's going on in here. If you follow what I'm saying, because your heart may have good intentions, but because your mind is so clouded from sleep deprivation, from not getting the help, not getting the love, not getting all of those things that you need, you just can't do right. You can't do right by others when you're not doing right by yourself. So first, take care of you. Step one, talk to somebody. You. Yes, I'm talking to you. Talk to somebody. If it's not a doctor, let's try our best to get into the mode of breaking the cycle. Talk to your mom. And another thing, moms, grandmothers, mothers of mothers, grandmothers, great grandmothers, stop telling us to suck it up. We don't want to hear that shit. Stop telling us to suck it up and help us. Help us. We understand that you came from a different time, a different life, a different era, a different decade, where you had to do this and do that in order to make it. It's a different time. It's a different day. We're different. Let's do different. Let's do different. I don't understand why, as a mother, you don't understand how it feels when you tell your daughter, "Oh, suck it up. I was doing that with one hand tied behind my back in my day. Baby, this not back in your day, and I need help." Okay? Stuff ain't costing 25 cents like it did back in the day. I need help. I gotta work 12 hours. I need help. I need some sleep. I need help. You know what I'm saying? I don't need judgment from my mother. I don't need the condescending comments from my mother. I need help. And that's one thing that I'm going to definitely break the cycle in when it comes to my daughter. I'm going to help her. Yeah, I might have the slick comments in my head. I don't need to say that. Mothers, you don't need to say that. We know that we're fucking up. We know we fucked up. We know that. We don't need you to keep reminding us. And that's what's breaking up a lot of the mother-daughter relationships now, is because these women feel like they got to be in competition with their daughter. And they're like, "Oh, well, I used to do this and I used to that." And it doesn't matter. You used to do this and you used to do that. And look at me, I'm still fucking up. So where did you do something different? So mothers, help. Exactly. Where's the village when you need it? Let's tighten up this village, y'all. Thank you so much, Goldie91. I appreciate you so much. Let's strengthen this village up, y'all. So as a grandmother, what I need you to do is show your daughter some recognition. If you can't physically help her, say, "Baby, I recognize that you are tired. I can't help you right now, but I'm going to designate this time on this day to do this for you," whatever. The main thing we need is sleep. The main thing we need is sleep. If we get some sleep, we can function. I haven't been getting sleep. I can't function. And which has been causing issue within my relationship. It's been causing issue with, my finances. It's been causing issue everywhere. We need sleep. So, grandmothers, great grandmothers, mothers and mothers, please stop talking down on your daughters and your nieces and all of those other things. Stop trying to big yourself up for some stuff that you were supposed to do as a parent. You didn't get the hand claps that you wanted. Give her the hand claps that she needs so that she can be a better mother. Reading these comments down here. Goldie 91 says, that way. I've been there and still there. I feel you, babe, but that's why we here. So we can start the discussion. We can start the talk. Hopefully the next time we can add our mothers in, add our grandmothers in so they can actually hear it. Listen, I know sometimes you can't teach an old dog new tricks, but I feel as though when you put it out in the air, it clears the air, and you give that person the opportunity to take with it what they want to do with it, okay? And that clears your conscience and your heart, and you good. But I digress. So step one, again, talk to somebody. Talk to a doctor. So I'm going to talk to a doctor. I definitely want to get myself into therapy because I know I need it. We could talk about childhood trauma another day, ladies, because that's another thing that we need to get into is letting go of that childhood trauma because it's still showing up today. It's still showing up today. I know it is. It's still showing up today. So the next thing I want to do after talking to a doctor, obtaining a therapist, I would like to take some time out for myself. And when I say that, you have to date yourself. You gotta date yourself. Remember the things that you like. Remember the things that you want. And do those things. Go get your hair done. Go get your nails done. Day at the spa. Go read a book at Barnes and Noble. Go take yourself shopping. Go sit at the park and look at the freaking ducks. Whatever it is you need to do to get back into you need to do it. But you need to talk to your partner about that as well. Because I say partner because I don't know what it is that y'all do, women with women, women with men. Are you poly and it's two of y'all and one dude? Are you what's that lady's name? The mother shifter, and you got 4 husbands. Whatever your family dynamic is, everybody needs to be on one accord. And they need to know that you're experiencing this postpartum. Once you've gone, you got your diagnosis and all of those other things, whatever. You need to let them know how you feel because a closed mouth don't get fed. And you assume that because you walking around and you're moping and you're looking sad that your significant other knows how you feel. No. And especially if it's a man, he damn sure don't know how you feel, baby. Please. Unless he's really in tune. But we ain't even gonna get in that. Let them know how you feel. Let them know that you need time for yourself. And if that person cannot understand that you need some personal time away from this baby, that's a problem. And that's something deeper that we can't get into right now. You need at least a couple hours to breathe, hear nothing, see nothing. You know what I mean? To just get into yourself. Start loving on yourself more. I want to love myself more and take care of me more so that I will be better at taking care of my family. The last thing that I would love to do is to do more with my kids. I want to get into their interests. I don't want to push my own interests in. Why is that word so difficult to say today? Cheers. Interests. Ask you what your interests are, who you be with. I want to get into their interests. I know my son is into coding. He's into music like him, mama. Definitely, y'all go check me out. Your girl Yoshi Mommy on every platform. Yoshi_mommy. I ain't even plug myself in there. Go listen to my EP. Yoshi Mommy, YOSHIIMAMII. streaming on everything. I'm so sorry, y'all. But yeah, he's into music. He's into coding. He wants to start playing sports. I never pushed him into getting into sports because I was pushed into getting into sports. I'm not saying like I was forced into it, but it was like, hey, get into it. But I really want to get into whatever he's into, so he knows that I support him unconditionally because I love him unconditionally. Yeah, he gets on my nerves, but I love him unconditionally. And he needs to know that I support him unconditionally, meaning that whatever it is that he wants to get into, I'm going to find a way to root for the home team. And, I'm going to leave it at that. So Jordan doesn't have too many interests. She likes food. She likes to crawl around. She's 6 months old and she's already trying to walk. So, I spend time getting on the floor, getting down to her level and playing with her. So she knows, oh, mommy likes to do what I do, because it was a struggle for me in my son's earlier years with him, just trying to get into whatever he was into. He was just a rambunctious little boy, and I just wasn't that girl. Okay. I was not into all of that. But step one, I want to remember, y'all, write this down. Take heed, take note. Step one, talk to somebody. Talk to a doctor, therapist, whatever you need to do. Set up that appointment. Stop waiting around. Stop bullshitting yourself so you can stop bullshitting these kids and your family. Talk to somebody. Step two, love yourself. Love on yourself. Spend that time taking care of you, doing the things that you remember you used to like. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing wrong with you going to happy hour for a little hour, have a little drink, watch a little TV, mix and mingle with people. I don't think people understand how disconnected from the world you become when you are a stay-at-home mom. And I can only speak from a stay-at-home mom's perspective because I've been a stay-at-home mom for the past, I don't know how long, almost 2 years now, dealing with the pandemic. And when it comes to my social anxiety, it's gotten worse during the pandemic, but it's gotten a lot worse having this second child because it's like everything is a germ now. But yeah, in order to counteract that, you have to push yourself. So I've been pushing myself to go to the store alone and, just do little small things here and there. You do little small things here and there, just to make myself feel good, just to remember that I am my own person. I am Yoshi before I am mommy. You know what I mean? And last but not least, you're going to, oh baby, why did I forget my last thing? Talk to somebody, love on yourself, build a better relationship with your kids, get into their interests, get into, what it is they love and what it is they like. And that's my plan, y'all. So you heard it here first. Those are my 3 things that I'm going to do. So we're going to get into that next topic. Again, it's Culture Vision TV, brought to you by Twisted Nappy Music and GMT. Shout out to the Black House Diaries Inc. And yeah, so our third topic here on the SISTA TALK TV podcast, our postpartum podcast, like, yeah, girl, say what? I had a guest that I was going to bring in to talk about this topic, but again, this is just real and it's raw and it's authentic. A miscommunication has occurred between me and my guest, and the guest is feeling some type of way. And again, this is all stemming into this last topic, which is men and how they experience postpartum depression themselves and the women in their lives that deal with it. Um, Men, if you in here, you in here. If you not, you not. But sisters, talk to your men because they can experience it too. It's not just all about you. And we have to let our men know that we see them. We see them changing. We see the changes. We see the disconnect. We see all of these things. We got to recognize it. So the symptoms for men are kind of similar to the symptoms for women as well. So you have depressed mood most of the day, nearly every day. Now, all these symptoms for men are something that happen every day. A diminished pleasure in all of most activities, significant weight loss or weight gain, more than 5% of your weight in a month, decrease or increase appetite, insomnia or hypersomnia, meaning you can't get sleep or you're getting too much sleep, loss of energy, feelings of worthlessness or guilt, indecisiveness, and thoughts of death. Definitely seen a lot of these symptoms, and let's get into it. Um, it is known that 1 out of 10 men will experience PPD. This is something that I learned recently through researching for this podcast. I had no idea that so many men were dealing with postpartum as us women do, and it's crazy that we're not talking about it. So, um, I think for me, the main symptoms that I've seen personally are loss of energy, indecisiveness, diminishing pleasure of most activities, and feelings of guilt. Um, it's a definite loss of energy when it comes to men and postpartum depression. It's like you really just don't feel like doing anything. I've noticed a lot of sleeping. When it comes to the indecisiveness, that's a major thing that's going on right now. And I just feel I'm not even really going to speak on my personal experience because I would feel better if the individual that I was speaking on was here. But I can say we need to. I'm trying to say this in a way that doesn't sound like we want men to be bitches or something, but we have to not talk to our men more, but definitely be more in tune with their changes because there there are a lot of y'all that are silently dealing with the postpartum. Now, no, you definitely not gonna be bitches today, but y'all are definitely dealing with it. Pikachu said hello. I'm trying to tell you. It's you may be feeling, that same sadness. So, cause some men actually like when their woman is pregnant. Um, am I missing some comments? Okay. Um, some men actually like the experience of their significant other being pregnant, and they might miss rubbing the belly or rubbing her feet or doing those extra things that went along with it. Yes, empathy and sympathy definitely go a long way, and that definitely is a part of recognizing these symptoms between each other. You know, sometimes you just have to ask, and it's tough to get things out of women, but it's hard to get things out of a man when it comes to those feelings and emotions. But I feel like the men of today are getting a little better at speaking on what is really going on with them and bothering them. Diminished pleasure in things, everyday activities that used to excite you. So You know, you might have enjoyed guns, going to the bar, things like that. Those things just don't excite you anymore because you just feel so you're drowning in fatherhood. And just like we lose ourselves, I'm pretty sure y'all lose yourselves too. T says we care, but we hard and tough emotionally. Yes, and we get that, but we have to make I feel like a safe haven for y'all to feel like you could just have a sigh of relief and release that feeling. That's what I'm saying. Y'all got to do the same thing that we have to do as well. Is take that time for yourself and remember who you are. When it comes to the couples, y'all have to spend time together and remember who you both are together besides being parents. Remember, y'all, Ray and Shaniqua, and y'all was getting turned up 9 months ago. Okay, we don't have emotional protection like women. That is true. How can we create that safe space for guys? Culture Vision TV, y'all got that safe space for guys to really get into it and really talk. And we gotta also get a forum so that we all can talk together. You know, T says not to sound like a bitch, but women are specifically emotionally protected. They are. They are. That's not to sound like a bitch. That's definitely a fact. We are definitely more emotionally protected, and I also think that that's a blessing and a curse at the same time because sometimes we let our emotions get the better of us in situations where we shouldn't even have emotions involved in the first place. Um, Goldie 91 says it's healthy to still have a balanced life for both parties, and is that's it right there. That's the comment right there. Let's get that comment down here. It is healthy to still have a balanced life for both parties. Before you even have kids, y'all, in a relationship, you got to remember that you two are individuals. Remember who you were before you were in this union. You were together. It's nothing wrong with y'all having y'all's personal hobbies and things to do. You have to have those moments. It makes it so much sweeter when you come together. Same goes for being a parent. When you're away and you turning up and you doing your thing, it makes it so much sweeter when you come home to your babies and you're loving on them and you're kissing on them and you're like, yeah, I was out here acting a fool. I was turning up and I sinned a little bit. I asked for forgiveness and I'm gonna come home and wash it all off and I'm a mommy now. And that love just feels so much more different. I know y'all see me wrestling with this baby. Exactly. You hit it right there on the nose, Pikachu. Remember, you are still each individual people with individual needs. Yes, 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 you are. Yes, you are. And that's the thing that we soon forget when we become parents. We forget who we are and who we were. And you know what I'm saying? I always want to remember who Yoshi Mommy is. She see herself, so she's so super excited. But yes, um, thank you guys so much for speaking on the men's segment because, like I said, I had somebody who I wanted to be here to really get into it, but it's okay. We rolling with the punches and we're just doing our thing. And I love y'all for coming through. Culture Vision TV. This is SISTA Talk TV, the postpartum podcast. We're gonna go ahead and get into our closing remarks and questions and things like that. So if y'all want to go ahead and keep commenting, I'll take the next 2 to 3 minutes to go ahead and talk to y'all through the comments. After that, we're gonna go ahead and sign off. Again, y'all, I thank you and I appreciate y'all for coming through and talking with me. We hit those topics hard, we hit them fast. I can't believe that it's almost been an hour. Okay. I can't. So, postpartum, what are you? Who are you? Who invited you? Because I didn't send no invite. Don't know. We talked about my experiences. how I plan on dealing and getting through it. Those 3 steps. Let's remember. Step 1, talk to somebody, talk to the doctor. Step 2, love yourself, loving yourself. Spend that time getting to know you again. That goes for you men and women. We all can heed to these 3 steps, men and women. We dealing with the postpartum. Last step is to build a better relationship with your children. Get into their interests. Know what they like. Yeah, you like what you like, and you know you want your son to play football, but he likes wrestling. You better get that wrestling outfit, buy them cups. And men, how do y'all suffer from it? How do y'all deal with it? How do y'all deal with us? I know it's tough for us dealing with each other, okay? And we're gonna do it. We're gonna get through it, y'all. But yes, those were the 3 topics that we hit. It's definitely a culture thing. Pikachu says we just stay looking at ourselves, our child's caretaker, and looking at ourselves as our child's caretaker and not as who our individual selves are. Yes, identity. We definitely lose our identity, and it's time for us to really get into it. She said we need more. Don't go. This is my first time actually doing a live podcast, y'all. I used to do radio some years back. So I definitely appreciate the SISTA TALK podcast, Culture Vision TV, Twisted Nappy Music, and GMT. My homie T Rex, I thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. And this will not be the last time y'all see me. Y'all see her. Y'all see us. Y'all see them 2 naked in the bag. Okay? Because there's a lot of things that I want to get into. I know we're not done talking about mental health. I want to talk about poly relationships. I want to talk about so many different things. So little time. Um, Thank you so much, Pikachu. I appreciate you coming through and giving me your input. Goldie 91. Definitely can't wait to see you again. Um, Thank you, love. Thank you, love. I love y'all so much. It's all love over here at all times. Make sure y'all go follow everybody. Follow Culture Vision TV. Follow T Rex. You can follow me, Yoshi underscore mommy, on every platform: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I'm mainly on Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat. Is Yoshi YOSHII underscore MAMII. I follow back. I don't care how many followers I got. Half of them fake, but that's life for you. So thank you again, y'all. It's Culture Vision TV, and I'll definitely be back. Thank y'all so much. Yes, that would be good. A psychology based podcast, and we could definitely get some psychologists in here. So if you are one, if you know some, we gonna set it up. We love to hear y'all's ideas. So if you want to shoot me ideas, definitely shoot some to the creator. Uh, and yeah, again, thank y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and finish my mimosa and smoke my little thing, and probably cook. So again, thank y'all so much. Love y'all. Say bye. Bye.